Hello Leo, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general love reading for you and your person. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. Let's see what we've got for you. It's too many. Let's take this one. Okay, so we've got 6th house for you, Jupiter abundance for your person, and air element regarding current situation. Grand Cross. So I do feel this is going to be around about that full moon. We've got 12th house, so that's just definitely going to bring up things to be dealing with. But I think you will find it will release a lot, and there's a lot of healing possible with the 12th house. So bottom of the astrological deck is Mercury retrograde reinvention. Let's get some goddess guidance. Sedna, Bridget, Lakshmi, got Ishtar, Rhiannon. I'm just going to keep that as an additional. Bottom of the goddess deck is Vesta, home. So this indicates a home in the change, some sort of a change in the home situation. Let's get a destiny card for you. Patience, okay. Let's get a Moonology card. Work through your fears. Bottom of the Moonology is Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay. All right, let's start with you then. So Sedna, infinite supply, and 6th house. So I feel that you may be stressing a bit about your current lifestyle or your work situation. 6th house normally relates to your daily routines. So this is normally around your workplace, your work colleagues, your work projects. It can also be mastery of your craft. So even if you don't go out to work, it's whatever it is that you do. It's mastery of your craft. It's also your health and your diet and your well-being. It's also the house of pets, so that may be relevant for you. But I feel that this is saying that you may be stressing about not having enough or not being able to cover certain costs and expenses and just day-to-day living, but also your health and diet and your well-being and your lifestyle may be taking a bit of strain at this time because of this concern that you have. Now Sedna is saying infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So this is about giving and receiving. So if you are giving too much, and not receiving enough for yourself, then you are sort of imbalanced. So giving and receiving need to be done in equal measure. So if you're a giver, make sure that you are receiving, all right, and vice versa. But she's saying that all of your needs are going to be met. You're going to have enough food on your table. You're going to have a roof over your head, that sort of thing. So rest assured that the universe has got your back. Your needs will be met. Just to relax into that and tap into that abundant energy which is supplied by the universe. But it is about balancing giving and receiving. So you need to have those in balance. So, if you are giving too much, you're going to become resentful, and you're going to be giving from an empty cup eventually. And that is what causes a lot of problems. So make sure that you are receiving and you're giving to yourself as well. And this applies to self-love as well, self-care, and so on. Sixth house, as I said, has everything to do with that, but it can be trying to find a balance between work and home life, maintaining your lifestyle or changing your lifestyle. That may be important as well. With Sedna, she is very much involved with the ocean. It can be water bodies in general, but most specifically the ocean. And this may say to you that you need to actually be thinking about possibly living next to the ocean or closer to an ocean body, or possibly a water body. So a relocation may be important for you, or just to spend time, like a holiday, or some other aspect like a weekend away, or just time where you can go and walk and enjoy being by the sea, and just enjoy that energy, because it's very important that you use that energy to reboost, to boost yourself, to get in touch with your own particular needs and so on. So but it's getting in touch with nature and getting in touch with the sea, spending time in the sea and so on. And this is going to be helpful for you, but it also may entail, as I say, some sort of shift or change, either spending time there on a regular basis, or maybe even a relocation may be possible for you, or you may just be thinking about it. Also supporting any sort of cause which supports the sea from your heart, support any kind of charity or any kind of body which looks after the creatures in the sea. It may be a profession for you, or it may be some aspect of your life which is close to your heart, or you have an interest in it. And if that is the case, then follow that. But it's definitely saying balance is required here, and to balance your energies, but also your home with your work, as I said, your daily routines. Now for your person, it's got here, don't back down, Bridget, and then Jupiter abundance. So they've got something coming in for them. This abundance can be sort of manifesting in a number of ways. So this can be some sort of abundance in the form of monetary. So that may be coming in. But it can also be an abundance of support or rescue or relief or ideas or opportunity, or just happiness, the return of happiness, or the rising up of happiness and joy, and just all round feeling better. It can also be about gratitude as well, either receiving or giving it. So if this person, your partner, is receiving it, then they may be also feeling quite abundant at this time as well. But whatever it is, stand up for what you believe is right. So they also are going to need to, at some point, be very clear about what it is that's important to them, and following up on that. And they may have to put their foot down in some way, or they may have to just stand firm on something. And it could be personally related, it could be relationship related, or it could be some other external thing that's coming in for them. But it's saying that this is about holding fast to your beliefs, or to what you believe is right, but also putting in a firm boundary if a boundary needs to be put in, and also sort of what is close to their heart, what are their interests, what it is that is important for them. So they may need to be following up on ideas or opportunities that come to them, and this, you may find that other people around them are not particularly enthusiastic about any opportunities coming to them, but they may be, your person may be, and they need to follow up on that. Because Jupiter can deliver a variety of things, and you've got to follow them all. You can't just let it land in your lap. You do still have to steer the ship a bit. So they're going to have to be firm about what they're doing, or to follow their heart, or follow their beliefs in certain aspects here. But some sort of abundance coming in. We've also got Lakshmi, bright future, and air element communication. So I do feel that you need to communicate at this time. You've got a bright future. There's something brewing that's coming in for you, and it's saying stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. You also have the energy of new moon in Scorpio coming in for you. But this is about, and I did say that things are going to come up from the deep. So this can be about fears that you have within the relationship. You may be married, you may have been together for a long time, you may have a family, or you may only just be starting your relationship, but there are fears coming up that need to be released at this time. Scorpio deals with that. Things that are under the surface that need to come out. Now, this can be things that you need to express, sort of like opinions or aspects of your ideas, or just some sort of expression needs to happen at this time. It can also be that you are suppressing certain fears at this time, and these need to come out and be addressed. It can also be, because it's a new moon, there can be some sort of new start coming in. So the middle of April will be that new start, some sort of new energy coming in, and then it works up towards the full moon. And the full moon is always about a result, a culmination, or some sort of something coming to a head. But it can also be about forgiveness and gratitude. Now, your person, as I said, with that abundance card, may be feeling gratitude, or receiving something for which they are grateful. But this is, I feel, more to do with you, because it's the lilac energy, which is the third eye. So work through your fears, something coming up which needs to be addressed, something that you need to look at and sort of bring out into the open. Air these views as well. It could also be that you may have a few fears around sexuality. Scorpio deals with sexuality, so there may be some issues around that. But it can also be the regeneration or the renewal of something. So it's a new moon, regeneration and renewal. And this could be the regeneration, the renewal of sexuality in your life, or it could be within a relationship, or it could just be some sort of airing of views or expressions of ideas or your emotions, or releasing an ancient fear or some old fear which is holding you back. And once you get that off your chest, then you can move forward in some way. Now, with the current situation, we've got air element communication. So this is all about various types of communication. So this can be written, verbal, even electronic, however it is. It is all forms of communication. You could be receiving news coming in, so this may be for your person particularly, or it could be hearing news, or somebody could be telling you something, receiving information. It could also be that you as a couple, or in some way, shape or form, either one of you needs to be doing more research, expressing ideas, talking about things. So I do feel communication between you is very, very important, especially if there are fears that you're working through at this time. You need to get those out, examine them, bring them into the light. So all about communication, expression, and also this is the card of manifestation. So positive thoughts, positive words, that is what you will manifest. So stay away from negativity. All right. This is all about technology as well. So there could be an upgrade of some sort, or you could be using more technology, or within your relationship, perhaps you are apart at this time and you're communicating furiously electronically. Just take it as it resonates. But I do feel it's about communication between you, actually talking about things, sorting things out, or just airing things that need to be talked about. And it can also be that you may need to go on a trip of some sort. This can be air travel. If you are able to travel, this may be coming in for you. So you may be traveling to a place with your person, or you are traveling to see your person, or you are traveling somewhere for a reason. And it can also be traveling away somewhere in a higher place, like a mountainous area for a weekend, or just to get away. And this helps to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and also gives you new perspective on things. And it will also help you to get away from this worrying energy which may be dogging you at this time. So that could be the fears. You've got worries, and they're stemming from fears that you have. So Lakshmi is saying there is a bright future here. So stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. She is the ultimate goddess of abundance. Now, your person, as I said, has got abundance coming in. And you're being reassured here that the universe has got your back from your needs are going to be met. So just make sure you're giving and receiving in balance, which is the message for you. So bright future coming in within this relationship and going forward. But there is communication, but it's also about positive manifestation. So make sure that you are doing that. All right. Positive thoughts, positive words becomes positive manifestations. As I said, technology may be coming in, travel may be coming in, and or sort of some sort of upgrade from an electronic point of view, or possibly you are going online for research, for finding certain things out, or getting ideas, or expressing ideas at this time. But communication is going to be very important between you. So now we also have here, we've got a bust independent. So it could be that at this time, for you in particular, or maybe even for your person, you just have to see how this comes in for you. But it's saying your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this can be monetary independence from your person, or it can be in the form of your time. So in other words, time for yourself, for your own interests, for your hobbies, and spending time with your friends, or whatever activities that you are involved in. It can also be independence of thought or opinion. And so you may be wanting to have your own ideas about things, or your own opinions, or just your own time to go and do what it is that's important for you. Or it may be that your person is needing that freedom at this time. So I do feel it's about keeping a balance between home and work and all of that. And it could also be just that you have sort of deep-seated fears and concerns, or just worrying about things, and you need to get away and have some independent time on your own, or as a sort of a separate sort of time away from your person, so that you can actually get back to yourself, enjoy your own activities or your own hobbies and interests. But it can also come in as a financial aspect as well. It could be that you have perhaps your own financial portfolio, and that needs to be just sort of worked out between you, so that some of it is you are still working independently in that regard. So now we have got here, from an advice point of view, we've got Grand Cross Provoker, and then we've got Ishtar Boundaries. So I do feel whether this is from a work perspective for you, or whether it's within the relationship, and this is where I think the communication is coming in. So Ishtar is all about boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So it could be that you need to actually, with the Grand Cross Provoker, this is lots of things coming at you all at once. So if you are moving, or if you are changing something in your environment, there could be a lot of things going on, a lot of activities that need to be sorted out, things that have got lots of priorities. And the Grand Cross Provoker is about setting your priorities. And this may be changing on a daily or a weekly basis, but setting your priorities, time management, and also communication with others, cooperation with others in order to achieve what is on the priority list. So whether it's with your person that you need to check your boundaries, or whether it's to do with everything happening all at once. But I do feel it's about prioritizing time for your relationship, or prioritizing time for yourself. And this is about your own time for your own interests, or simply just time to be in your own space, so that you can make good decisions, and where you can actually sort of spend time thinking things through, doing your own research, whatever it may be. Okay, so make sure it doesn't have to be you don't have to get into an argument over the boundary. So it's just saying, well, I've got to plan in time for my hobbies, my interests, or my business interests, or whatever it was, and then to make time for your relationship. You have a date night, or you have time where you spend time together, and so on. It could also be that you've got external influences at this time, and this is where the boundaries may be coming in. It could be your work demands are too high, or you haven't got balance between home and work life. So therefore boundaries need to be put in, because you've got to have a lot coming at you, a lot of deadlines, possibly frustrations. No sooner do you get through one thing and something else pops up again. Now it's got to be dealt with. So there's lots of things coming at you all at once. So some boundary checks are going to be required, and this could be within your relationship. You two may be moving together forward in some way, and there's lots of external things which are taking chunks of your time. So prioritize time management, very important. It could also be in some cases that boundaries that you've had in place from previous relationships or previous situations, or you may be changing your work routines, boundaries that you've had in place around that may need to be updated or refreshed or changed in some way to accommodate a new situation which is coming in. So just have a look at it and see how it resonates for you. But Grand Cross is a catalyst for change. It puts you into a position where you are, dealing with multiple things. It teaches you a lot of inner resilience, inner strength, and what you learn during this period will stand you in good stead going forward. So this is for your relationship, or maybe your influence in it, and dealing with all the changes and things that are happening. And it really does build up inner strength, and there will be success on the other side of this, because you will have gained a lot of inner strength and a lot of inner power. And it says here, we've also got, you're very close to achieving your goal. So, gibbous moon. So this is saying to you that there's some sort of aspect within this, something that needs to be perhaps just refined a little bit. So you're on your way to your goals, you're on track, you're heading in the right direction, but there's something that needs to be adjusted or tweaked, or perhaps research needs to be done. There's communication that needs to happen between you or with external situations. There's research, there's technology being used here, so possibly internet or something else, or it could just be personal goals that each of you working on. But there's some part of the plan which needs to be adjusted or tweaked, or sort of, just be a bit more adaptable and flexible, or perhaps changing one or two things. And with the Grand Cross Provoker, you're going to have a lot of priorities. As I said, a lot of time management needs to come in, but you also need to plan in time for yourself, for your relationship, and time to make decisions, good decisions. But you're on your way. It's saying that you are close to achieving your goal. So just keep with it. And I feel this is where the patience is coming in as well. Just with the Grand Cross Provoker, it really can test your patience. Really, it can, because it can cause like delays or frustrations and things happening around you. And you want to move ahead. You want to get certain things in place, and it may just be taking a little bit of time, or there may be multiple things happening at once, and you can't see the wood for the trees initially until you start working on your priority list. But it's saying that you're very close to achieving your goal, whatever your goals are within this relationship. We have got Vesta home here. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So somebody going out, somebody coming in, but it can also be that you are renovating, changing your actual physical home, or it could be that you are relocating. So I did say that is a possibility with Setna, with the ocean. You may be wanting to move closer to the ocean, or maybe you and your person are not together, you're not in the same place. And you're wanting to do something about that, or now is the time, or you're trying to plan that in, But it's saying that things are going to come right. Whatever is your situation, however this is resonating for you. But somebody's going out or somebody's coming in, but there's some sort of improvement in the energy in your home. And it could be, as I said, some sort of renovation or change within the actual home space, some sort of rearrangement, or it could be a relocation, but it's going to be a happy change. It's going to lift the environment, and there's going to be a happier environment in your home life. Now, for the sort of potential or outcome, we've got 12th house and we've got a Rhiannon sorceress. Okay, so the 12th house is, as I said, about things coming up from the unconscious to be dealt with. So working through your fears, and those sorts of issues may be coming up. So I do feel that you're going to get a really good chance to overcome these fears, or to air these things like inhibitions or behavior, or sort of attitudes or beliefs that don't serve you anymore. So you probably have outgrown this, and this is why I said to you about the boundaries, that you may just need a boundary check to let go of certain boundaries which are not helping you anymore, because you may be in a different situation now, you may be in a different relationship, or you may be changing something, and the boundaries that you've had strongly in place from before may not be required at this time. Or it could be that you are learning how to put boundaries in place, because 12th house can teach you some very strong lessons about that. boundaries. So I do feel that you're either learning about what boundaries to put in and being strong about that, or you are refreshing or updating your boundaries at this time because you are working through your fears. So certain things are coming up for review. Certain things need to be aired and need to be worked through and released. Okay, and certainly with the 12th house, you've got a good chance to do that. Also, healing may be coming in for you. Healing is a strong aspect of the 12th house. It's a very important house for that. It's also about connecting to the divine in some form. So this can be through prayer, through belief systems. It can be through your angels or through your spiritual guides, whatever it is, whatever is right for you. It can be connecting to that very, very strongly. So this may be coming online for you now. So connecting to that, and that helps you with manifestation, which is what Rhiannon is also always about. So it's dealing with unconscious fears, dealing with unconscious behaviors or motivations or programming that you've inherited. It could even be past life things, karmic things that you've come into this life with, karmic contracts that you're dealing with, or karmic issues that you're trying to overcome. And I do feel you're going to have a very good chance to overcome and to heal a lot of things. But it's also about boundary checks, making sure that you are clear about what's important for you, especially with the bust independence card coming in here. But you're going to be working through lots of things. There's a good chance of soulmate energy, twin flame energy here as well, with whatever the situation is with you. But these are deep connections, karmic contracts that you have. Karmic inheritance, karmic issues all come up with the 12th house. But I do feel you're going to make progress with this, that you're going to be working on a lot of things and you're going to overcome a lot of things. And it can also be about taking a spiritual break or taking some sort of going on a retreat. And I did say that possibly a trip to the ocean might be very good for you. Swimming with dolphins, a very, very good thing to be doing with the 12th house activity. So a yoga retreat or swimming with dolphins or just spending time at a seaside retreat. And this is time to refresh, to rebalance, to just take some time for reflection. That may all be coming in, and that's going to help you. That's going to really give you a boost. Take that time to enjoy your spiritual life, meditation, mysticism, healing. All of these things come in with the 12th house. It can also be that for some of you, there may be an addiction of some sort. Now, this can be addiction to a substance, but it can also be to drama or to certain people or to certain situations where you keep repeating things over and over. Whatever that may be, but it can also be dealing with that. That may come up with the 12th house. And I do feel, as I said, healing is available for you and positive manifestation. That is what you're going to be working on, especially with the air element card here. This is about positive manifestation. So make sure positive thoughts, positive words, positive actions, and that is what you will manifest. So this is all about that. Rhiannon is also about manifestation. It's about really tapping into your manifestation power. And that is already in you. The 12th house is it's within you. It's your unconscious self. So that is already in you. Your healing is already in you. Your mysticism, your spiritual power is already within you. And your ability to overcome things is already within you and within the relationship, as I say. So connecting on a very deep level to your guides, to God, to the spirit kingdom, but also to your partner, to a soulmate, to your soul tribe or twin flame, whatever is appropriate for you. And overcoming issues which have been a problem, like self-undoing or self-sabotage behavior, whatever it may be. All of this is possible. It's all healing, all a learning curve, and you've got a good chance of now putting a lot of things in place and coming to terms with a lot of things and overcoming and moving forward. With Rhiannon Sorceress, you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So that's what it's about. It's power as well, personal power, and it's working through any power struggles, or these could be purely internal struggles as well. It's about working through that, but you can do this through the power of manifestation, and this is about spending time in nature as well, and believing in magic. This is about your personal magic. What is your personal magic, which is the 12th house as well? What is your personal magic? How can you channel that for yourself? How can you tap into that? For most people, their brand of magic is their ability to manifest. And they can also pull out aspects from there that's inherent. The 12th house is it's deep, okay? It's unconscious, your unconscious self. The unconscious self rules about 90% of our lives. So what are you going to pull out of this situation? What are you going to overcome? What are you going to work through? What fears are you going to overcome? Tap into your magic, tap into your guides, to your spiritual realm, and use your magic to overcome or to move forward or to manifest what it is that's most important for you at this time. And I do feel that in this relationship you're going to do this. You're going to have very good opportunity to do this, especially when you apply everything we've talked about here. 6 and 3 is 9. So this is a very good opportunity to end an old cycle, as I said. So I think it's about putting something to bed, or finishing something, or getting closure, or just dealing with something so that it doesn't ever bother you again, or overcoming something, some sort of closure, and then you're going to manifest something much better for yourselves in this situation. Finally, the last thing we have is Mercury retrograde reinvention. So I do feel the reinvention aspect is very strong in this outcome, this potential that you have here. There's a very, very strong potential for reinvention. And certainly with the Grand Cross Provoker, once you get through this period, then you've got a really good chance to build up you've built up your inner strength, your inner resilience, and you're going to have a good chance to actually overcome a lot, to move forward with a lot. But you've got things to work through, fears to work through, and you're just very close. You're very close to achieving this. So Mercury retrograde deals with reinvention, but it also deals with a period of pulling back, and this is where this reflection and time to just tap into your higher self, your spiritual self, and also to nature. It's time to just reflect. It may not be time for big sort of initiating actions or sort of big things that you want to launch, or big purchases and things like that. With Mercury retrograde, it's a time to go back to the drawing board and go over something that you have been planning, something that you want to do, because there are some aspects of it that still need a bit of work, still need a bit of refinement, which is what I said, you're very close to achieving your goal. There is something that needs to be tweaked or refined or honed or double checked. There's some aspect coming in for you. So this is what the Mercury retrograde, it's like go back to the drawing board. So you go back to the plan or whatever it is that you're intending to do, and you tweak it. You go over the thing again, you check all the details again, because under Mercury retrograde, sometimes you can miss details. So perhaps the collaboration between the two of you you'll find out what it is that you've missed, or you'll be able to double check, or you'll be able to see parts that could be improved. And there's definitely research or electronic internet type things coming in there. That's possibly you need to research some more. But communication is very important. So perhaps communicate with more people, network, and so on. Just watch your communication with others. You could be misunderstood or misinterpreted, and this is why I feel you've got the air element communication. Be very clear. Be very clear how you communicate. Think about what you're going to say. Think things through very carefully, because some things could be misunderstood, or emails could get stuck in your draft box and not get sent, or something that you want to send, or documents that you're waiting for don't get delivered, or so some things like that. There could be a delay or a mishap with communication, so just be careful. So use the time to pull back. Don't launch anything right now under this energy. It could take place over the course of the month, or it could just be over sort of a week or two period. Just see how it resonates for you, but this energy is around, and you'll know if it's not working, because if you need to pull back into the Mercury retrograde period of reflection, because as I said, you could be misinterpreted or misunderstood, or communications could get lost or not delivered, or however it may be, or there could just be delays may come in some form. So once this energy is passed, then you can move forward. But it gives you a very good time, a very good, to go over something with a fine-tooth comb again, look at the plan again, double check. There's something that can be improved in that. It can also bring situations or people back into your life. These can be people from some other time, and they come back, pop back into your life to say something or to give you closure, or they just communicate something which is important, and it gives you some information or closure or some sort of clarity on something. It's a worthwhile conversation that you may have. You may bump into them, or they may just visit you, or you may just see them somewhere, or you may communicate online, but they may have something important to tell you. But it could also be the return of a situation as well. So this is all telling you to go back over things again. Just make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and that because on the other side of this, when you get the go ahead to move forward, your plan will be better because you've gone over it again. Hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time.